The world is becoming increasingly smaller, more connected, more similar in many ways. However, what people think, feel, and do on a local level within their own culture or environment can still be vastly different, sometimes in surprising ways. We help our clients build brand relationships that really matter to people, wherever they are. We uncover what matters to people by making sure that we get beyond the individual needs and desires and explore the cultural context of the brand or the category or the issue at play. Only then can we truly paint a vivid picture of what matters to people.
In China's market, we can see that economy has grown very fast, and there's a rise of a new middle class and upper class. They are very wealthy, demanding, savvy, and sophisticated. They require a lot from the brands. And we also see that there are a lot of scandals in the China market, and that's why there is a chasm between brands and the consumers. Consumers are becoming detectives. They are relying on digital word of mouth, and also they are looking for trustworthy information in order to make informed decisions. Consumers are now adept to navigating different channels to make their informed purchase decisions. Brands must integrate all the different channels to optimize customer satisfaction. Chinese people have adopted a people's champion mentality. They expose the brands that do not live up to their promises and also applauding those they love on the internet. Find innovative ways to demonstrate your transparency and openness. Create products for the Chinese people, not adapt products, and also seamlessly integrate all the channels.
Such a dynamic community, such a dynamic population. One of the distinguishing features of Hispanic culture is how important interpersonal relationships are. From that perspective, social media becomes a natural offshoot of that. Hispanics, both US Hispanics and Latin Americans, have been kind of the biggest growth markets for social media, including, say, for example, Facebook, in the last 2 years. And for brands, it's really important because it means word of mouth is happening, not just on a day-to-day, me and you talking in our kitchen, but it's also now happening through social media. They've sort of skipped over what now are the more traditional ways of getting online. So, getting on your desktop or getting on your laptop, and they're primarily resorting to mobile, whether it's tablets or whether it's smartphones. Biggest piece of advice is you need to become more ambicultural. So it's not so much about how do I connect with ambicultural audiences or bicultural audiences or Hispanic audiences, but how does the brand start to have an ambicultural sensibility and stay on top of what's going on in this community, because ambiculturalism is a dynamic phenomenon, almost by definition. You can't assume that what you knew last year, for example, acculturation, is exactly the way it's going to be 2 years from now.
I think value paradigm is very important. That being said, I think value paradigm is important everywhere, but what is important to understand is the way value plays out in the Indian context. Brands need to work to give the right value proposition. Digital technology connectivity clearly has not been an internet, landline internet-led boom. Internet penetration, landline internet penetration is pretty low still in India. So when we talk of internet connectivity, it is primarily mobile phone-led internet connectivity. So the way they interact with the internet world is different from a typical desktop or laptop-led association and experience. What's more important to here is to understand how this connectivity is changing. What is it doing at the ground level? It's enabling the so-called lower classes. It's also helping people in small towns. It's giving access to people in small towns to things that they could not otherwise imagine. Do not come with a premix. India is a unique market, so innovations have to be done keeping the Indian hat on. There are many success stories like Unilever's. They introduced sachets. So they could see that, hey, there are a lot of consumers at the bottom of the pyramid. That's my market, but they're not able to afford huge bottles. So how do I convert those numbers into volumes? And they made small sachets. So these were infrequent shampoo users, but when they sum it up, it's huge numbers.